All right, what's up, guys?
Whoa, 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 whoa! I just sat down. All right, start.
What's up, guys? Welcome to our first podcast episode today. We're talking about just Panthers. We're talking about Panthers today. We're talking about the Week 13 recap, how they looked out there on Sunday. We're going to talk about how Bama Bryce is looking good. He's looking like how he looked in Alabama. We're going to talk about Brooks and Chubba Hubbard. And then we're going to round it out with Dionte Johnson getting a one-game suspension. And then, yeah, I know, it's
I know.
crazy. And then the Johnathan Mingo trade with the Cowboys. And then we're going to end it out with our Week 14 predictions.
hmm I'll kick it off with things, right?
All right.
I was watching this game with my family, right? I'm sitting downstairs.
Right.
I'm watching the Panthers take the field. In that first half, that was just you can't ask for anything more out of a first half. Baker Mayfield absolutely shut down
Mm-hmm.
going into halftime. Panthers are leading. So I was watching that. I was happy. You were happy too,
Yeah, man.
right?
I think we were up 13-10 going into halftime.
Yeah, I was ecstatic because I felt like one of the first times in a while that it really felt like we had a dominant half.
And the thing is, like, we were able to take the ball down the field and score points before halftime because it was 10-10 right before the half. And then we drive it down to, like, the 30-yard line. And then Eddie Golden Toe Pinheiro, bro. I don't
Wow.
care, bro. Eddie Golden Toe, bro. It's going to start here, bro. I'm going to coin that. Eddie Golden Toe Pinheiro, man, he puts it up to the uprights. I know he missed, he missed two in that game?
At the end of the game, yeah, he missed two.
Very unfortunate.
He
But
missed two.
it is what it is. Not all kickers are perfect, as we see with Justin Tucker. We'll talk about that later.
That Adam Thielen was a touchdown, by the way.
Oh, my
Before
goodness, yes, it
before I go
was.
any further, I hate to be that guy, but
I
that
agree.
call was
BS.
BS,
It
for lack
was.
of better words. That was BS.
It
That was
was.
they need to go farther into officiating for that because that was really unbearable to see as a fan. You're watching this, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, we could have had a bigger lead.
Exactly.
And
We could have
honestly,
extended our lead.
I hate to be that guy, but I think that touchdown cost us the game.
I agree.
That touchdown plus the two missed field goals. But we
Yeah.
haven't gotten there.
No.
We just got a second half, right?
Yeah.
Second half starts up, looking all right.
We get the ball.
We get the ball. It's going all right, right? The game is going good. I'm liking it. And Bama Bryce has this absolute drive at the what was it, the last 2 minutes? Last 3 minutes? Absolute dime.
Yeah, man.
All the way down the field.
All the way. He has been on fire. So this is where we're going to go into some stats about this in the past 4 weeks with Bama Bryce. So the QB with the best passer rating on 25 plus yards thrown in the past 4 weeks is Bryce Young. And shout out to Panthers Alerts on Instagram for all the stats. I'm looking at his page right now. Love this guy. I'll put his stuff in the description of the video. Go check him out.
Yeah, I mean, I think you got to give credit where it's due, right? I'm watching this, and the past 4 games, you look at New Orleans, you look at the Giants, you look at even the Kansas City Chiefs, and now you're looking at the Buccaneers, right? Bryce Young, after being benched, and talking to Rod Wave, obviously, after being benched, after Andy Dalton gets in that crash, and Bryce has come back, he's coming off all-time
It's
low,
like some
right?
storybook writing.
I know it's literally it's fairy tale.
Your starter gets hurt in the car accident.
Your starter gets
thank
hurt.
Thank goodness Andy Dalton is fine.
Yeah. No. I love the guy. Love the guy. Red Rocket
yes,
lifestyle.
Bro. Red Rocket.
Anyways, you're looking at Bryce Young, and this is really just a Cinderella kind of story.
Mm-hmm.
He's coming from an all-time low. I don't know if you heard, but after he got benched, right before he started playing again, his girlfriend broke up with him.
Dang.
His girlfriend broke up with him and left him for an NBA star. I don't know his name, but he had a max contract, and Bryce Young he's just all-time low.
Mm-hmm.
It comes out here, he plays against the Saints. Saints aren't good, obviously, but screw the Saints. Anyway, Saints aren't good at all. Bryce Young comes out here and he's just showing up. Right.
He balls out. He just absolutely balls out.
And that was the first, and that was that game-winning drive. I mean, that
was just amazing.
You can't ask for any more of that.
And he looked really good. He looked like he can finally compete in the NFL. Like his first year, I mean, obviously he was able to compete, but when he started his second year at the beginning of this season, his first throw for his sophomore year was an interception. And then now you're looking at him making 25 plus yards down the field. He's playing smarter. He's playing faster. He's playing with more confidence.
Yeah.
He looks like a legitimate NFL quarterback.
I think the big thing that I've seen is if you look at his first year, the year before this, I really don't think we should have started him. He should have sat back and watched, but whatever. right? We're not even getting into
Yeah,
that.
that's a little bit of a hot take,
It's
but
kind of whatever. Anyway, I mean, you use your first pick, you're gonna play your first pick.
exactly.
Anyways, you look at that and you just look at the confidence that this man is just absolutely drained, winning Heisman, top
Hmm.
of the class, and he comes out and you see C.J. Stroud balling out at what he's.
Exactly. That's got to lower your
Yeah,
confidence.
no,
That
that
the
would kill me.
guy and the thing was like the Panthers were looking at Stroud, and everybody
Yeah,
was like, "Oh my gosh, what are we doing? Why are we taking Bryce Young?" When at least later in the after their first year, everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, Stroud is the best player in that draft
yeah.
class." But now you're looking at it, and Bryce Young is outperforming
Past five games, he's outperforming.
you. He's outperforming everybody from that 2023 draft class. He's
Yeah,
outperforming C.J. Stroud, um, who else? Will Levis, Anthony Richardson. Like, I think we got the best
yeah.
guy
I,
in that
I really
draft.
do, and I think the biggest thing to take away, and if you're a Panthers fan, you should be happy where we are.
I agree.
You should really be happy with Bryce Young. I'm tired. I still see fans saying he's too short, he's too, and it's like, dude,
Exactly.
it doesn't matter. Well, all that matters is he's a gunslinger. That's what he is. He's a slinger. He
Yeah.
slings it downfield.
And speaking of gunslinging and points, Bryce Young and the Panthers have scored 20 points in 4 straight games, 20 plus points in 4 straight games. Carolina scored 20 plus points in just three of Bryce Young's prior 19 starts.
And
3 games, he's had over 20 in 19 starts. And now, in the past 4 weeks, he's got 4 straight 20 plus games.
yeah, and I hear this all the time. I'm always seeing Bryce Young needs a legacy game. Bryce Young needs a breakout.
Exactly.
Let's be honest. The Chiefs game and the Buccaneers game were breakout games,
I agree.
right? That's
Even though we didn't win, we showed promise.
Bryce Young. I don't think he'd be playing any better.
I don't think so.
And technically, he would have how many yards? He had 900 for the past 4 games.
He's
He's
like
like
an
eight
eight.
nine. He's like
It's like 850,
850
870,
and
something
one
like that.
interception. Interception wasn't his fault.
I think it's
Because
8 touchdowns and 1 interception, and really the interception against the
yeah,
Saints
well
was
that
not
was
his
that was a
fault.
that was a ripped out. That was
That
just good D.
honestly,
That was some
I'm
good D.
sorry, Xavier Legette, but that should have been a fumble on your hand. I'm sorry. I love Xavier, but that should have been a fumble. I don't think it
Well,
should have been
he
an
ripped it out of his
interception.
hands. There's not much you can do
Yeah.
about that. So, but
But yeah,
but
some
yeah,
more stats would be so Bryce Young has scored more touchdowns than these quarterbacks since becoming QB1 for the second time. In the beginning, after Bryce got benched, we're just gonna ignore that. But
yeah.
when he got started again in week 11,
I think it was no. I think it was because we started back against the
10,
Saints. It
week
was the
10.
Saints. So yeah, 10.
So ever since week 10, he has scored more touchdowns than these quarterbacks. Y'all get ready for this list. Get ready. Jordan Love, Kyler Murray, Geno Smith, obviously Derek Carr. Derek Carr is sorry. C.J. Stroud, Caleb Williams, and Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy, I understand about Brock. They've had a lot of injuries.
Brock Purdy's a team manager. He ain't no quarterback.
I do feel bad for
Hey,
CMC,
you
though.
put me on there, I'll be playing just as good.
I do feel bad for CMC.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think we should talk about him. He's just, I love CMC. As an ex-Panther, I hate to see him go
I know.
down with injuries like that. But
I really wish he had a ring. He needs a ring on that
he
finger.
needs a ring.
And I think that's the whole
He
reason.
said,
The whole reason he wanted to stay in Carolina. He
yeah,
really wanted to.
He didn't think he was
But
leaving.
we didn't have when we got rid of him. What year was that? 22. Got rid of
I
him.
think
20,
so.
We got rid
Yeah,
of him.
because he
22.
played 23 and now 24
Because we got rid of him. We got rid of DJ Moore for like a bag of peanuts. But to be honest,
for
though,
1 pick.
where
But
we
hey, that 1 pick is Bryce Young.
that
That 1 pick
true.
is Bryce Young.
That is true. But to be honest, though, where we were at those seasons is rebuild. That's all it was.
100%. We've been in rebuild ever since, I hesitate to say, our last playoff push in 2018.
I mean, 2022, we were 10-7.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, 22 or 21.
We have not had a winning season since David Tepper took over as manager.
Oh shoot.
Exactly.
Man,
We've been in
I'm just
rebuild
delusional, I
ever
guess.
since 2018.
I'm delusional.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, super camp. Come on, show him some
Yeah,
love. Show him some love.
Cam was
We
pretty
need to cover
nice.
that next.
All right.
Cover that next. Let's talk about Cam Newton. The franchise needs to do good by him, right?
I think so. I liked Cam Newton. I like to watch him play. I didn't really necessarily like just the way he talked with people. I liked Cam Newton though. I did like him. Like as an overall player in person, I enjoyed watching Cam ball out. I think it was very entertaining.
I mean, growing up, I was never a huge NFL fan, but I was a Panthers fan, right?
Right.
I mean, first quarterback I'm watching is Cam Newton.
Exactly.
And I think the year I started watching was before they made that playoff push.
Mm-hmm.
He gets to the Super Bowl. I see Cam Newton. I'm just like, man. I think how old were we? I was 10, right?
Something like that.
I was about 10 years old, and I remember just watching that, and just being like,
right.
That was our man, and it just sucks. It sucks to see where he is now.
I do want to talk about you brought up the Super Bowl and Cam Newton not. You didn't bring it up, but you brought up the Super Bowl. Cam Newton not jumping on the ball, and then I'm now seeing videos all over the internet, mainly on Instagram, about how Bryce didn't jump on that ending, after the Chubba fumble on Sunday. I'm sorry, if Bryce jumps in there, he's dead. Those are 300-pound linemen jumping on that ball.
If your team is 3-8, you should not jump on no dang ball. I would much rather watch us lose than watch our star quarterback get injured. Because if it was a Super Bowl, maybe Super Bowl, maybe.
But if you're 3-8,
yeah. So I hate that comparison.
I do too. It's like it brings up deja vu.
Super Bowl versus being the worst in the division.
Exactly. It's like, it's deja vu. I hate that. Well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Moving on, we're going to talk about Johnathan Brooks and Chubba Hubbard. So ever since, when we drafted Johnathan Brooks out of Texas in the draft this year, he came off an ACL injury. Didn't really produce much until even during the Giants when he did debut. No, he didn't debut until the Chiefs. Excuse me. He didn't debut until week 12 against the Chiefs. So we had Chubba. Chubba was running the ball really well. He was top 5 in rushing yards for all the way up until recently, until they started splitting reps. But how do you feel about Brooks and Chubba, the split backfield?
I think the both of them are going to be something special.
I agree.
Right? I saw that celebration. I mean, I saw the two of them that did the Dragon Ball thing. So you got to love that. I really hope that this will be our version of what the Lions have
with Montgomery and Gibbs.
You know, they got the Sonic and Knuckles. I hope we can have Vegeta and Goku. As an anime fan, I would love if we had Vegeta and Goku. I'm not trying to. I think Hubbard is really I think he's what this organization stands for. He's a powerhouse. I hate that people blame that game on him. That wasn't. It happens.
Yes, and it's like mistakes happen.
I'm not going to sit here. I'm not going to sit here and defend a fumble. Right?
Exactly.
You should have held on to it. I don't know why the silly they didn't kick the field goal from there.
You're trying to make it easier.
But yes, also
Eddie missed from,
he already missed,
I think, 43 that game.
Yeah, so
something around 40 to 45 he missed. So I understand why. Plus, you just got a first down off a Thielen one-handed, left-handed grab. By the way, left-handed
on fire.
That was I love that.
Anyways, back to Hubbard. Back to Hubbard. I think Hubbard's our go-to. I think they're going to be amazing together. I think it's going to be nice to see what they become. And I'm happy we have him for 4 more years.
Yes, he just signed a big extension.
Now is your time to buy a jersey, Hubbard jersey. So
he's here for a while. So.
Go sell that Dionte Johnson jersey you bought and get a Hubbard.
Dude, Dionte. Now, speaking of Dionte Johnson, we're gonna roll right into the next section about his 1-game suspension. Whew. 1 game. You just got traded and you're already getting suspended. I think it was I don't even know why he got suspended. I think it was like a team's service, something like that.
Yeah, I think it was.
It's something with the team. I think it was because last week when they played the Eagles, they wanted to. It was late in the 4th, I think, and they're like, "All right, Dionte Johnson, get ready. You're gonna go play."
Yeah.
He said no because Rashad Bateman just went out with an injury, and he's like, "You should have started me." Now I'm not 100% with this, but this is like the speculation I've heard about it.
Yeah.
He's like, you didn't start me, so I'm not cleaning up your mess, basically. Because they were down, I think, I don't know. I don't know the final score of that game, but I think they were down by a handful of points.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, no, I'm not going in. So now he's suspended. They're on a bye this week, which means he won't play against, I think they play the Commanders next week after their bye. So he gets a 2-week bye.
I loved him when he was here. He was cool, but I think he was kind of a cancer to the locker room.
I agree. I think honestly, I think I've heard the same thing when he was over with the Steelers. I think he was just not. He's not a really good team player.
Like, well, you look at stats. You look at stats before he's traded. Right?
Exactly.
Look at the stats before he's traded. When was he traded? 4 weeks ago? 4 weeks ago? 5 weeks ago?
I think it was 5.
5. Anyways,
That was a while ago.
to have because he's a wide receiver one. He
He
really
should
is.
be.
He's a good wide
He
receiver.
should be.
To have him playing with Bryce Young, I think it was really detrimental to him because Bryce Young's like, I gotta get the ball. I gotta give it to him.
Right. I
gotta get it in his hand.
when Bryce, like, back when he started in the beginning, because what we traded for him in the offseason.
Yep.
Back in the beginning of the season, he was like, "Oh shoot, I'm panicking. I got to get this ball out." He's like, "Oh shoot, Dionte is down the field. Let me just chuck it to him."
Yeah. I mean, I want Dionte Johnson to do good. I really do.
I do
mean,
too.
I hate to wish ill on a ex Panthers player. So I really want him to do good. I really hope he does do good.
I agree.
But if you get how long he's been there for 4, if you only get 2 targets and like 3 yards,
And speaking of that, we're gonna
you ain't
go.
gonna be no wide receiver one.
Exactly. Speaking of that, we're gonna go into the Johnathan Mingo trade that would just happen. I think 2, 3, 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Happened a little while ago. Mingo and Dionte Johnson, they both have a combined, ever since being traded from the Panthers, they have a combined 6 catches for, I think, 3 yards. And I think in 4 weeks, you have 6 catches combined between 2 players in a month. A month of football.
It's sad. It really is.
6 catches.
It's sad. It's sad to see that happen to ex players.
Honestly, but when I heard that we were trading Mingo, I was like excited because Mingo, in my opinion, should be on the bench. I don't think he should be starting as either 1, 2, or 3. I think he should be a backup in case somebody gets hurt.
Yeah.
Mingo was not good. I'm just going to keep it straight. Now, Mingo he's very young. You can develop with him. He can be very developed because every coach that he worked with was, this guy's young. He can be taught. But when he was with us, it was just not working out. He had, don't get me wrong, he had some good catches last year when Bryce was throwing the ball.
Yeah.
But I mean, he really didn't do anything detrimental to the team or like anything that helped us out.
I think cutting out players like that is a better choice for us. Our wide receiver game is looking good right now. I like it.
And we got a 4th round pick for that. That's a steal.
I mean,
suck it, Cowboys fans.
I'm happy with where we are. We got Coker.
I like Jalen Coker.
I love him.
Coker's a beast.
I love Leggett.
I love Leggett too.
Leggett is probably one of my favorite rookies. He's
just
dollar bill, ride my horse.
Right. He might not even be like that. He's pretty good. Don't get me wrong, but like right now, he's not that good of a player.
He's probably like wide receiver too.
I would say so. At least on our team.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
I wouldn't say like he's a superstar right now, but he can definitely be developed. But even just like, he might not be my best or my favorite NFL player. He's definitely just my favorite person in general in the NFL.
I like him. Adam Thielen.
Oh my gosh.
I'm digging him. I wish I could control time. Send it back. It sucks to have.
Send him back in time.
How old is he? 31.
Son, he's old.
He's 31 now, so it's kind of sad to see that happen. But
I love Thielen.
I mean, I love Thielen. I love that he's here. I don't know how much his contract is. I don't know when it ends.
I think he's about to be on a contract year next year.
Yeah, so if he steps out on that pay cut, I mean, because we're probably not going to sign him for full money again. But if he takes out on that pay cut, I would love to have him here.
Oh yeah,
that'd be nice.
I think he enjoys it here too.
Yeah. I think his family's appreciated here. I like him.
I think we should talk about one more thing before getting into picks. I think we talk about our defense a little bit. Yeah.
I'll start this off.
Go for it.
I like our defense, right? I like Xavier Woods. I really do. I like him. I like J.C. Horn.
I love J.C. J.C.'s a
stars.
stud. Now, he didn't have the best game against Mike Evans, but to be fair, that's Mike Evans.
Yeah,
Mike Evans is a
freak
unit.
You want to do, yeah.
Right. Like, what are you going to do against, how tall is he? 6'5", 6'6"? He's massive. There's not much. Yeah, he's always been good ever since he got there.
I hate the Bucks, but he's a baller.
He's very good.
You got to hand it to him.
Very good.
It's sad, but it is what it is.
Now, going into Eagles week, I think one main thing that we have to focus on, let's do this. 1 point from both sides of the ball. 1 point for offense to help us win. 1 side from defense to help us win.
I'll start us off with offense.
Okay, I'll do defense.
I think our offense is, you look at the Eagles defense, horrifying. Absolutely horrifying. First in almost everything. The first in sacks, first in forced fumbles.
Yeah. They're good.
Their
They're good. But
receiving defense is amazing.
I did see that Reed Blankenship will be out for this week. He's got a concussion. So
Okay.
that's a little bit of secondary help.
Yeah.
But you still got the beast, Cooper DeJean, on the corner.
Anyways, as I was saying, let me talk more about Panthers.
I got you.
Our offense, I think Bryce Young is going to go out there. I think where we are standpoint, I think it doesn't matter where we are, right? Our team may make the playoffs. Yes, technically, if everyone loses out, we still make it. Yeah, no.
There's technicalities, but there has to have a lot to happen.
Bryce Young is going to sling it. Bryce Young is just absolutely going to sling it the whole game.
Honestly, at the very, since we're approaching the end of the season, playoffs aren't looking that great for us with us being 3-9. I think at this point, you just give us something to look forward to.
Yeah, just let him get a win.
Go out and just throw the rock.
He's going to sling it, right?
Throw the rock.
Absolutely sling it. So I'm really excited to see Bryce Young just do his best and try to ball out. If we lose, whatever. We're not making playoffs anyways. We'll end 3. We still have our draft pick.
Exactly. We have 7 picks in the upcoming drafts. We have a first, I think 2 seconds, 2 thirds, a 5th, and a couple 6th and 7th. It's insane.
So if we lose, that'll be a little sad.
Yeah.
No one likes to lose, obviously.
Yeah.
But if we win this, I might hop on that playoff train. I really might. I might be like, we're going to the bowl, baby.
No. No, but I think if we can show that we can compete against a top team in NFC, let alone in the NFL, I would say Eagles are pretty solid. But I think if we're able to compete on their level and not get blown out,
that's a win.
I think it's a win.
Same with the Chiefs. That's a win.
Yes, the Chiefs.
It would have been funny if we beat the Chiefs. Yes. Bryce Young it would have been hilarious, but I'm happy. I'm happy where we are. I know I'm coping very hard. Right. But I'm happy.
To be fair, the Chiefs aren't the strongest Chiefs team that they've been in the past couple years. I do think they've made some improvements along the line, but
you gonna cover that defense?
Yes.
I hate to interrupt.
You're fine. For 1 point on defensive for our side of the ball, we got to stop Saquon. We got to stop him. And I know that is so hard, but we have to stop him.
You mind if I cover some on Saquon
real
quick? I'm going to cover this. I don't sports bet a lot. I don't. It's an addiction. I don't have that addiction, but it is addicting. I don't think Saquon is going to go over.
You don't think so?
I'm calling that now. I think.
Now, do you think it's going to be drastically under, or not under, but is it going to be drastically?
His line right now is 106 yards.
106?
106 yards. You look at 106 yards, I think he's going to go under. Obviously, I'm not saying the Panthers are going to blow up the Eagles or anything.
No.
I just don't think they're going to play their star player that much against us.
I agree.
Why would you use your star player against the freaking 3-9 seed? Why? It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to throw him out there and be like, go get him.
Break another record.
Yeah, it really doesn't. It doesn't. So I don't think they're going to run him too much. If they do, whatever. You cover the rest. Sorry about that. I had to pitch in and say my under. Hit under on it. You heard it from me.
Heard it here first, folks.
Yep.
So another thing is, 1, obviously, we got to stop Barkley if they play him.
Yep.
2, we got to stop Hurts from scrambling out of the pockets. Jalen Hurts has I wouldn't say the same ability to extend plays as Patrick Mahomes or Lamar Jackson, but he can extend plays really well. So I think if we can contain him, kind of how we did Baker. I think we contained Baker really well. Force a bad throw out of him, get a pick.
Yeah.
But Jalen, I feel is a little bit smarter than Baker. No offense, Baker. But I do think that Jalen's a little bit smarter when it comes to decision making. I don't think he's just gonna throw a bad ball or anything like that. I think you're just gonna have to force it out of him. You gotta force him to make a bad read, a bad decision, and then we can come off of that.
Yeah. Jalen Hurts, he's a beast.
I agree.
That tush push, beast.
I agree.
You look at the dude's squat. How much does he squat? I think I know it's totally.
It's 600 pounds.
Yeah, he squats 600.
500, 600.
Yeah, dude's a beast. So obviously, I'd be worried about him, but
yeah,
I don't think he's as good of a thrower as he's a runner.
I agree.
With someone that strong, you don't need them to be like a slinger.
Right.
You can just push them, make a small mid-range toss.
Right.
So I really don't think Jalen Hurts is I don't think he's a top 5 quarterback. But he gets what he needs done. So I wouldn't be worried about Jalen Hurts the most.
They're 10-1. They're obviously doing something right, and it's running the ball.
True that.
All right. So now that that's done, our final section of today is going to be Week 14 picks. So, first game, well, obviously, first game was Thursday. It was Packers-Lions. I was going to take the Lions. I know it's like, oh, you took the Lions now because the game's over. I was going to take the Lions just because I don't like the Packers. That's just me.
Yeah, go Pack, go to the trash. Get that out of here.
All right. So first game up for next week, or actually tomorrow, is it's pretty stinker.
Who is it?
We have the Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Tennessee Titans.
Let me just grab my blanket. That is a snooze fest. Oh my God, who is gonna watch that?
Honestly, that's a hard one because you have Will Levis.
Who you got?
That's about it.
Just skip it. Just skip. I don't. No one.
I'm going Jacksonville.
You're going Jacksonville?
I think Trevor Lawrence is out, so he's out for the season. I think because he's got a. There's nothing in his knee. He got a concussion during the Texans game, which dude, that hit was.
Feel bad for the guy.
I do feel bad for him.
As a Clemson fan, that's nasty.
I love
that's
Trevor
nasty.
Lawrence, but that's
that is just straight
hit.
up
nasty hit. I'm going Jacksonville. I like the Jags in that game. The secondary of the Titans is a solid secondary. Don't get me wrong. I don't think they're going to be able to pass the ball as well on the Tennessee Titans, but give me Jacksonville. I think Mac Jones, when he played, I think they played last week. When he came in, he almost beat the Texans. To be fair, Texans have a lot of hurt players right now. But still, almost let a comeback from a way behind comeback on the Texans.
Yeah.
So I'm taking Jacksonville.
I'm not going to get into too much. I'll take Jacksonville too. What's the next one?
Next game, Raiders versus the Bucks. I hate the Bucks, but I got to take the Bucks. Raiders are in a full blown out rebuild
mode. You look at the Raiders versus the Chiefs. Raiders are hungry for it, man.
I agree, but I'm taking the Bucks. I just think their offense is better, their defense is better, their kicker's better. Give me the Bucks. Okay. I hate to say that, but give me the Buccaneers over the Raiders.
I'll take the next one. What's the next one?
Next one's Falcons versus Vikings.
You look at it this way: Kirk Cousins. It's in the Vikings stadium, isn't it?
It is. It's in
Kirk
in
Cousins.
Minnesota.
He's going back home.
Yeah,
he's going home.
We got a revenge game for Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, I would love to see Kirk Cousins ball out, but you also got to give it to the Vikings. Sam Darnold's coming off I think these past 4 or 5 weeks he's at a high.
Yeah, he's been playing the best ball he has all season.
That's the period. That's career. Best ball he ever played here. I love that he's doing good as an ex-Panther. So it's nice to see him doing good, right? But honestly, end of the day, all said and done, give me Vikings.
Agree.
Give me Vikings. I'm sorry.
I know it's a Kirk Cousins revenge game.
4 interceptions.
4 interceptions against the Chargers defense. Don't get me wrong. Chargers defense is pretty solid. You got Derwin James, but that's about it.
Listen to this. The stat from the last game that the Falcons had. Slowest ball ever thrown from a quarterback. It was 34 miles an hour. That's a real stat. Dude's out here slinging paper airplanes.
He's throwing ducks, bro. He's throwing ducks.
Yeah.
Give me the Minnesota Vikings.
I'm taking the Minnesota Vikings.
I'm taking the Minnesota Vikings with you.
Give us both.
We're both going to take the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah.
Ooh, we have a rematch versus the Browns and the Steelers. They played just 2 weeks ago. Browns win in the, I would say, the snowiest game I've ever seen. They played in a blizzard 2 weeks ago in Cleveland. But Jameis Winston, he put up some points. Don't get me wrong. He put up points against the Broncos defense. But they're playing at Pittsburgh, 1 o'clock. It's going to be a little bit cold, but it's not going to snow. It's not going to mess up the Pittsburgh Steelers. Give me the Pittsburgh Steelers to win that game.
Yeah, I'm taking the Steelers too. Winston's going to sling it. Hopefully, if there's no pick sixes, they might have a chance.
I agree.
But
if you can keep it clean,
Steelers are hungry for it.
I agree.
Steelers really are. Browns are just the Browns.
They're in rebuild.
They're always in rebuild. They're always rebuild.
They're in rebuild. Well, honestly, I do want to talk about that a little bit. Jameis Winston, would you re-sign him for next year?
Yeah.
Honestly,
I'd take him over Diddy Watson any day. Deshaun Watson should never be allowed to play in the NFL.
Hot take. If he can clean up his ball game, yes.
No, not his ball game. Clean up his record outside the NFL.
That's fair.
I don't think so. I don't think someone like that should be a face of an organization.
Okay.
That gives it a bad look. I don't like him. I really don't. I really don't like. I don't
And
like
I think that's where you sign Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston, you see all over social media. He's got this positive, just positive. I'm gonna hesitate to say aura. He's got positive aura around him.
You
Though.
had to say. You
I
had to say it.
to.
Or why
Had
did
to.
you have to say it?
Had to.
No,
I know
I
that's
love.
bad.
I love Winston. I love what he stands for.
Yeah.
He's every game. He gives all credit to God when it's due.
Yeah.
So I love that. I love to see that from a guy. I saw in one of his interviews. He said God needs to stop giving him pick sixes.
God, stop! Clean up my football game, please.
I don't know if I can really get behind that, but I really do get behind the appreciation of God. I really like that. I like to
would
see
sign
that.
him just because he's a better look than Diddy Watson.
He's cheering up the organization.
I agree.
I like
they
it.
have much better. Just
He's also the most fun to watch.
yes,
He is a blast to watch. He's
yes.
absolute dimes. So I love watching him. I love him. What's the next game? I'll cover it.
Panthers Eagles.
I get the big. We'll both cover this one because I don't want one of us to cover
Seems a little biased, but
I got Panthers.
I'm taking Panthers.
28-25. I got it. You heard it here. 28-25.
I don't know.
It's gonna be a close game.
I think it's gonna be a 7-point game. I don't think it's gonna be that close against the Eagles.
Wait,
we're playing in Philly too.
Wait, so who do you think's gonna win?
I think okay.
You think the Panthers gonna win by more? You think me saying winning by 3 points is outrageous? You're gonna say we're gonna win by? You said
no,
7 points.
Okay. I do want the Panthers to win, but realistically, I think the Eagles will win.
Yep. And that is why we're changing this to Philadelphia headquarters.
Flock and fly, bro. All right, next game: Saints versus Giants. Give me that blanket. Out. No, honestly, give me the Saints. Saints have been balling out pretty recently.
Yeah, they
nothing crazy, but the Giants. I mean, jeez, bro.
Giants have nothing to look forward. I'm sorry, Giants fans. I know you're not watching the Panthers podcast, but
you have nothing to look forward to.
Yeah, Giants ain't got nothing.
You're either getting Travis Hunter or Shedeur Sanders.
So who you got on that?
Yeah. We'll cover that as we get closer to draft time, but I think Giants either take. They just need help all over the field.
Giants they need a massive. Pick. That's what they're getting.
They need a massive offseason signing with whoever they can pick up. Anybody good. Honestly, I think head coach Mike Dable, get him out of there. Get him out of there. He stinks.
All right, so wait, who's your final pick for that game?
I'm taking Saints.
Saints?
I'm taking the Saints. Which sucks for us to make the playoffs. Saints have to lose.
We're not making
playoffs.
Next one.
Next game. Okay. So this game was played on Black Friday last year. We got the Jets versus Dolphins in not Minnesota, Miami. In Miami. So it's not going to be cold. Both of the teams are pretty mid. Just a bunch of mid.
I think the Dolphins are in a better point than the Jets are.
I agree.
Woody needs to sell the Jets. Jets haven't been to the playoffs in 11 years.
I think it's been longer. I think it's been almost 15.
Yeah, you got to feel for Jets fans out there. I mean, I wish that Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers had
their magic back, man.
I know it would have been amazing to see like a whole comeback story and then ball out and go to the playoffs and even the Super Bowl. But that ain't gonna happen. That really ain't. So I'm taking Dolphins.
I'm taking the Miami Dolphins.
I'm taking Dolphins. Sorry.
All right. Next game, we have a battle for the NFC West versus Seahawks versus the Cardinals. I think both teams sit at 7-5, if I'm not mistaken.
Which bird is better?
Basically. Kyler Murray, he needs to figure out some type of just get on the same page with Marvin Harrison. I think if they do that, Marvin Harrison becomes D-Hop from like 21.
Yeah, Seahawks are interesting. You know,
whenever
second anyone writes off the Seahawks, they always do good.
That's what happened last week.
Geno Smith, you write Geno Smith off, balls out.
Exactly.
So it's like that'll be a good game. That'll be a fun game. What time is that at?
That's a 4:00 game.
4:00 game. I'll be watching that.
I know. That's what happened last week.
After the Panthers win, I'll watch that.
That's what happened last week with the Seahawks and Jets when the Jets went up 21-7.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, Jets got this in the bag. They're going to win this game. And then they come out in the second half, Seahawks, and score 20 or no. It's 7-21. It's like 17 unanswered, and they win 24-21. So don't write the Seahawks off. Give me the Seahawks in that game.
Give me Seahawks too. I'm not gonna. That's Seahawks easy.
Ooh, okay. So now we have Bills versus the Rams. Give me the Bills.
Yeah, Josh Allen. I'd say one word. Josh Allen. That's
Exactly.
2 words. Josh Allen.
One guy, Josh
Yeah,
Allen.
I'm taking Bills any day. Bills any day of the week.
The Rams they're not in a bad spot. They're also like everybody in the NFC West is fighting for the NFC West.
Yeah.
It's so close. It's like a
The
1 to
dog
2.
fight in there.
I think it's a 1-game lead that the Seahawks and the Cardinals have on that division. It's so close, but in that game, give me the Bills. The Bills have just been playing. Josh Allen has been playing the best
Phenomenal
ball.
football.
Exactly, phenomenal. Just beautiful.
That's just one word.
Yeah.
Bills.
1 game for the Bills football, phenomenal.
Yeah.
So I think we're both taking the Bills on that one. Next game, we have another snooze fest, kind of. We have the Bears versus the 49ers.
Give me the Bears.
You think the Bears are going to beat the 49ers?
Give me the Bears. The 49ers have been on a downward spiral. The 49ers, their whole
they
team.
play at 49ers, so
with the team going downhill as much as the 49ers are, I don't think it matters where they play. It really doesn't. I'm taking the Bears by a large margin. The Bears have lost every way the Chiefs have won. If you're a Bears fan, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that you had to lose overtime, field goal, that Thanksgiving game. What the
comeback, bro? They didn't score a single point in the
freak,
first half.
What the freak was that? What the freak was that ending to that game?
They didn't score a single point in the first half, and then they come back and lose by 3.
You know, you could just tell the coach was going to be fired, right? Like right after
when he didn't call the timeout. That coach he should have just walked out the stadium, bro. Just you can walk back to Chicago.
Everyone to blame Caleb Williams for not spiking it, but it's like, why? Why?
You have a timeout.
Your coach should have
Use
it. Your coach should do it. Kick the
use.
You really think that you thought? I really thought the Lions were going to lose that. I thought they were not before the game. Obviously, they're after the second half, but
going back to Bears versus Niners. You say you're taking the Bears?
I'm taking the Bears. I'm taking the
49ers.
The Bears.
The Bears. I'm taking the 49ers. I think that with the team on a downward slope, like you said previously, they're hungry. They're hungry for a win. I know they just lost C-Mac for the rest of the year, which is really unfortunate because I drafted him number 1 in my fantasy league. I'm still taking the 49ers. If you can get Debo back to being healthy and playing like he has been, and you can keep George Kittle healthy as well, I think you're in a pretty decent spot with just those 2.
Yeah, you're looking at a team full of injuries. Too many injuries.
Injuries. I'm going to change my mind. I'm taking the Bears as well.
Yes, sir.
I got to, because if you look at it, their number 2 so you have, I don't even know if he's in or not, but let's just say you have no Debo, you might have Kittle, you have no Christian McCaffrey, no Jordan Mason. You're running on your 3rd string running back, which is not bad. I don't know his name, but he's not bad. I've seen him take a snap or 2. But he's not bad. But when you think about all the injuries that they have, it's just not pretty for the 49ers.
Yeah.
The Bears.
Yeah.
For Sunday Night Football, we have another AFC West. Well, not another, but we have an AFC West division game. Chargers versus the Kansas City Chiefs.
That'll be a fun game. I'm excited to see the Chiefs play an actual team.
Right?
I'm tired of seeing them play the Panthers and the Raiders.
Give me hot take. Give me the Chargers.
Give me the Chiefs.
I'm taking the Chargers.
Patrick Mahomes is going to do a black magic ritual before the game.
Patrick Mahomes is just going to do Patrick Mahomes.
They're gonna have Taylor Swift sing before.
She's gonna sing at halftime.
Where's it at?
It's in Chiefs.
Yeah, give me Chiefs.
I'm taking the Chargers for an upset win here.
You think it's gonna be close?
Yeah. Well, it depends on who all plays. Ladd McConkey's ruled questionable. J.K. Dobbins is also questionable. He's been playing really well. It's just hurt. Ladd McConkey, I think he got hurt in practice, or he got hurt towards the end of his last week game. But Justin Herbert has been playing really good football.
Yeah.
Really good football.
I need playoff win from him. I need playoff win before I can write anything. I need him to make the playoffs.
How long he's been in the league? 3 years? 2 years? I think 3. I think he was drafted in 21.
He's been 3.
So, and I understand 3 years is not enough time to make a playoff push. No.
Yeah.
Especially when you're on the team like the Chargers.
Yeah.
But the Chargers have been looking really good. Really, really good recently. I'm taking the Chargers for an upset win over the Chiefs on Sunday Night Football.
I'm taking the Chiefs because Kansas City refs. The refs ain't going to let the Chiefs lose. right? We need that team to go to the Super Bowl, right? That's what the
Yeah.
script wants.
Basically. We need the three-peat. But I'm taking it. Give me the Chargers.
Chargers? All right, that's fair.
All right. Now for Monday Night Football, we have a pretty decent game of
I
a lot of
genuinely
mid.
don't know who it is.
We
Who
have
is
a pretty decent game of a lot of mid players.
it? Who is it?
We have the Bengals versus the Cowboys. I think if the Bengals are going to win a game, it's going to be against the Cowboys.
Bengals are going to put up 50.
I think so. And then
Bengals are going to let the other team put up 50.
exactly.
And
Dude, the Bengals could be so good. So good. Their
Free Joe
defense
Burrow.
is so bad.
Free Joe Burrow.
He signed like a massive.
Free Joe
I
Burrow.
don't even know what his extension was.
Well, he has
It's
a
like,
he has a Batmobile.
he does have the
I'd
Batmobile.
be upset with the
Dude, you need to
Batmobile.
sell that thing and just not sell it, but just save the
Get
team,
out.
bro. Save the team.
I feel you on that one. Poor
Oh my
Chase.
gosh, I feel so bad for Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. T. Higgins has been balling too, but not as big as Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase.
I'm sure
man.
Bengals fans will agree with us. I think it sucks. It sucks to see such a good quarterback do that bad.
Exactly.
Or no, do the opposite.
do that well,
good. Do that good,
and
your
then lose the
defense
game.
do so bad. Yeah.
Yes,
If you're putting up like what are his stats? What?
Dude, hold on.
I think he's thrown at least 300, 400 yards. What are
Let's
stats
see.
every game? It's almost 300 every game if I'm not wrong.
It is a lot.
Almost 300 every game, and
All
you're
right.
losing almost all of them.
I'm looking on ESPN under or Joe Burrow's stats under ESPN. He has right now week 13 games played. Well, maybe 12 because they had a bye. 12 games played. He's got 3,300 yards, 30 touchdowns, which are both first in the NFL. He's got 5 interceptions, which is not bad when you have 3,300 yards. And he's got a 74.1 passer rating, or QBR, which is third in the NFL.
If he played for any team, he'll be hands down MVP.
100%.
If he
played for a team with a decent defense, if he plays for a team who can stop other offenses,
yeah,
he would be so. He is so good.
He's not. It's not even about him. It's not about him. It's about the D. There's just
the defensive line over there. You have Trey Hendrickson. You have one other guy, Sam Hubbard. He's pretty nice too. I think he's a linebacker though. But your defense, like line towards your linebackers, is decent. It's your secondary that is horrible. You have Cam Taylor-Britt. I don't know too much about him, but I don't know if there's any Bengals fans watching. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I think Cam Taylor-Britt is decent. I don't think he's the best, but there's definitely a lot more people better and worse than him.
Yeah. It just sucks. The whole situation there is sad. I want to see the Bengals in the Super Bowl.
I do too.
I don't want to see.
I think
I don't want
they're
to see
Super
the.
Bowl contenders, bro.
I don't want to see the Kansas City refs.
No.
Kind of tired of that. So
I think
I would love to see it, but it's not going to happen.
Yeah, not this year
It's just
at least.
how it is.
So on the other side of that, Cowboys, you have no Dak Prescott, no Zach Martin because he had ankle surgery earlier this week. He's out for the season. You got Cooper Rush.
He ain't bad.
You have CeeDee Lamb.
He gets it done.
If anybody was to put up points against them, it's going to be CeeDee Lamb. If you have fantasy, I would definitely start CeeDee Lamb this week if you have him. I think he's going to ball out. If Cooper Rush can put the ball on the money, put in CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, that'll be. It should be a close game.
Very.
It should be a close game.
I think it's going to be
a good
high
offense versus a decent defense.
I don't know, bro. If Cooper Rush can just throw the rock, I think he'll be fine. Because you just give the ball to CeeDee, bro. What you have Ezekiel Elliott in the backfield? Jeez, bro. Oh my goodness.
We got any other key points?
I'm taking the Bengals.
Yeah, you got Bengals?
I'm taking the Bengals.
Give me the Cowboys. Give me the Cowgirls.
Okay.
I feel bad for them.
You think they're going to win?
I'll throw them bone, yeah. I know it's like an upset, but I like good upset, so.
Okay.
But
right.
neither of it matters, whoever wins. And neither of them can make the playoffs now. I think Bengals might be able to.
I think we have a couple differences. Jags, Titans. I took Jags. You took Jags. Bucks, Raiders. I think you took the Raiders.
Yeah.
We both took the Vikings. Both took the Steelers. Both took Panthers. Or I took Eagles.
I took Panthers. Panthers are winning. You're hearing it now. You're hearing it from us. Panthers are going to win it all. I'm telling you.
Win it all? Maybe not all, but win the game.
Not this year. No, we're not winning all this year. But Panthers are beating the Eagles. I'm telling you now. Do you hear me? Panthers are gonna win. I'm telling you. You hear from me? Keep pounding. Keep pounding.
Saints, Giants. I think we both took the Saints.
Yeah, the Aints.
The Aints, bro. Who they? They nobody.
All right, who's next?
Jets, Dolphins. I took Dolphins.
Yeah, we both took Dolphins.
We both took Seahawks. We both took Bills. We both took the Bears.
Yep.
I took the Chargers. You took the Chiefs.
Yep.
And then I think we have 4 differences.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
The big one, Panthers.
Yes.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
Come on. What jersey are we wearing? What how are we wearing?
BY9, maybe.
Panthers.
BY9.
Yeah, anyway. Give me Panthers. Panthers are winning.
So I think that's it for us today. Thank you all for tuning in, listening to us.
If you watched the whole thing, good job.
Yes, we appreciate you watching the whole thing.
You listened to 2 unprofessional people talk for this long.
Yeah.
Good job. Kudos to you.
About 45 minutes. God dang. Well, thank y'all for watching. We appreciate it so much. We're going to try and get this out as soon as possible.
Yeah.
And we will see y'all next time here in the Black and Blue HQ.
Next week, if it's not out by Wednesday,
it'll be out Saturday.
It's going to be out by Saturday. So tune in again. What time does this drop at? 3 p.m., 4 p.m.?
Whenever it's posted.
I'm hoping 3 p.m.
We're going to try and get some reels out too, so keep an eye out for that. And thank y'all again for watching. We're going to try and just do our best here. Honestly, not a bad first podcast.
No. I really don't think it's that bad. I mean, I think it was interesting. You tell us. Tell us down below.
Yes, tell us in the comments.
Tell us down below. Smash that like button. Pound that subscribe button.
Bro, we need y'all to just get this out there. We want this to grow. Please.
I know the Panthers fan base isn't big. But it's loyal. I would much rather have like 50, 100 subscribers that are loyal.
Right.
That's all I want. I don't give a silly. And at the end of the day, I don't know if we said earlier, this is just for fun.
Yes,
it's really just for fun. I don't want to turn this into anything huge. It's just for fun.
If it gets big, it gets big.
It's just a fun thing.
We're just 2 guys here talking Panthers. So we'll be back with next week with a Week 14 Panther recap, talking about more stuff that happens throughout the week.
And that's after the Panthers win. Mm-hmm. That's after.
I love our Cats, but I don't know. It's gonna be a tough game. I think it's gonna be fun. We'll see. But yes, thank y'all again for tuning in. We will see y'all next time.
Next week. Bye.
Bye, guys.
That was fun.
That was good.
Yeah, I liked it. That was good.